Unlike many other PGA events, one of the unique elements of the RBC Heritage is that kids get to be the standard bearers, carrying the players' score updates all around the course. Our Rachel West caught up with a couple of them who have been walking inside the ropes alongside some of golf's biggest names.
I may look the part, but unfortunately, I think I just missed that 12 to 18-year-old age requirement in order to be a standard bearer out here at the tournament. But by the sound of things, I don't think they need my help.
I think the pros would prefer to see the kids over the adults. So there's great interaction. The pros do an amazing job welcoming and inviting them in and keeping it light. Asking a few questions here and there.
That FaceTime with the pros is exactly what soon-to-be 12-year-old Hilton Head prep student Hopper Hull enjoyed most about his day.
Probably meeting Jason Day. Sorry, Eric Cole, but Jason Day is like one of my favorite golfers.
And they say not to meet your heroes, but the interaction with the golfers is what keeps a lot of these kids coming back to volunteer year after year.
Small conversations with some of the players, figuring out that they're actual normal people. They don't treat themselves as celebrities, don't take themselves too seriously.
This year there are just under 150 students taking in one of the PGA's signature events from the best seat in the house. But in order to become part of this select group, there's a couple of preferred qualifications.
A big thing that is important is that they can carry the sign and not be weighted down by the sign. If it gets too windy, they turn into sails. So that's probably a big criteria. Golf knowledge is also really important.
It doesn't seem like that hard of a job until you actually have to do it. Fumbling around with all those numbers in your pocket, but once you get used to it, it's pretty cool, it's pretty fun.
Carr definitely has gotten used to the job over his 10 years of doing it. He started when he was just 8, and now at the age of 18, getting ready to go play golf in college. He says it's fun for him to see the younger generation coming in and starting out.
Literally this morning, seeing a kid that's smaller than the sign trying to hold it. I remember being that age. It was pretty cool, but it's pretty intimidating trying to hold a sign in front of all those people, especially if the wind's blowing, because you don't want to look like you're about to fall over.
It's the only volunteer position that you actually age out of. And so it's one of the challenges every year to find new people for the people who are aging out, going to college.
No matter how many kids age out of the program each year, though, it doesn't seem like there's ever going to be any shortage of volunteers. Can you imagine a better day than this?
Probably not.
If you or someone you know is interested in carrying around one of these signs at next year's tournament, you can reach out to the Heritage Classic Foundation for more information. In Hilton Head, Rachel West, WTOC News.